Yo, what is going on, guys? Episode 98 of many. I'm recording this one right over top of my last Grizzlies introduction and what's going on with that. So, I'm still in the bar. I'm still wearing the same outfit if you see me. Yes, I just wanted to get another episode recorded to stay ahead of the game. We've got a lot of stuff going on. So, I did not touch base on last episode on what I wanted to actually touch base on the prior episode, which was identity, and I also want to talk about wisdom. Those are my two pieces of wisdom that I just want to touch base on today and give you guys some thoughts. Before we get started, my name's Colton Burt. I'm 27 years old. We own 6 pieces of property. We've got 2 in Princeton, 2 in Berlin now with Grizzlies, and 2 in Watoma. So we've got some more on the way, some very exciting stuff. The Grizzly Life Podcast, what's it about and why are we doing what we're doing? The Grizzly Life Podcast, the first and foremost thing is to be the best version of yourself. Be 1% better every day. I want you to be the best you. That is my goal for every single individual. It's not about being the most fit. It's about being the best you. So on this podcast, we will talk about fitness. We will talk about health and nutrition. We will talk about finances. We will talk general business. I will give you insights on what's going on in my life / the business life so you can understand what it's like to be a business owner and, again, provide value to you there. So, again, I touch on a little bit of everything. I kind of document what's going on in our business and our life. I give you business updates because a lot of you may be some of our gym goers, and so I want you to know what's happening to your facility, and I don't want you to be concerned about anything, right? So that is what this is about. Again, I am in Grizzlies. I want to make sure I keep saying that name so you guys know that there's a name change. We called it Grizzlies. It is a name change from Izzy's and a name play on Grizzly, and we combined to create Grizzlies. Cute name. We're working on a new logo. We're going to be launching apparel, and if you are a gym goer and you want to come check it out, I am probably going to be swinging by here in the mornings after my workout and hanging out, and I'm also probably going to get behind the bar every now and then. Me, G the producer, Kyle, Ethan over at Prior to Fitness, Gavino, our Grizzly manager, we are all going to get our bartender's license and be able to serve you some drinks and have some conversations. So don't be afraid to come on down, check us out. Again, I'm begging that you come down to Grizzlies and give us honest feedback. I want to know how the food was. I want to know how fast the food was. I want to know, did your water have any ice in it? Did you get water extremely quick? Did you get exactly what you asked for? Did we fuck something up? I want to know so we can provide the best service for you. So if you're coming in, be nice, don't be rude, but make sure you have good, honest conversations and feedback for our service. So I appreciate you guys. That is my introduction. I'm probably leaving some stuff out that I should put in my introduction, but it is what it is. So today's going to be a quick episode. I just want to give you some insight on my thoughts of the day, of the week, some things I've been writing down. So number 1 is identity. What do you identify with? Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you are right. You are what you say you are. You are what you think you are, right? So this is the thought of identity. What do you identify with? How do you identify yourself? And I want you to think like this, right? We all have things that make up our identity. And it's interesting. There are psychology plays on this as well. So when you're communicating with people, there are ways to get your individual, and this isn't manipulative, there are ways that you can talk and persuade people and get them to identify with something that you want them to identify with, right? So, for example, I was listening to an episode on an individual. He was a wrestler when he was younger. He's still a wrestler now, but he's older now. And the coach told him to do something and said, hey, I need you to go back out there on the mat and I need you to do this a little bit differently. And the guy went up there and he did it a little bit differently. And the coach goes, oh my gosh, like you are so coachable. You never, a lot of wrestlers, I tell them what to do and they go out there and they don't do what I said. You are like the most coachable person I've ever coached. What did that just do? That just changed this guy's identity. He's now coachable. He's understandable. He's willing to listen. He's willing to learn. Just a very little, that was just my little story to you, but this happens all the time in conversations and, This happens all the time in day-to-day conversation, day-to-day life, right? Even like the little things, like you're the best husband, right? You are, whatever, right? You start identifying with the things that people kind of put on you, and it's like positive affirmation. Like you want to just hear those words of encouragement, right? And then all of a sudden you kind of walk a little bit differently, get a little swag going, right? You've got these thoughts, and so it's just important to know, what do you identify with? Now, personally, this is important. Your most powerful tool is your brain, it's your mind, right? And then that subconscious can play a big weight on you. So I need you to realize, like, what you tell yourself that you can or cannot do, you are right. You are putting a mental barrier, a mental block on your capability and your possibilities. And so you need to think, for example, how many people say, I'm really bad at math, I just can't do it, right? Or I'm really bad with technology, I can't do it. You are labeling yourself that way, and you're right, because you can't now. Like, you have labeled yourself as, I'm really bad at math, I can't do it. I'm really bad at technology, I can't do it. It's one thing to not want to do something, but it's another thing to label yourself as something, right? For example, I know that I'm capable of figuring out how to set up Wi-Fi or whatever, like little IT stuff. I typically ask G, the producer, to do it because I fucking don't like it. I don't want to do it. It's not in my forte. It's not that. But if I was by myself and I needed to do it, I could figure it out. I'm not that incompetent or willing to learn and understand, right? So when, for example, I'm just going to keep giving you guys examples, right? I don't read. I never read. I hate reading, right? I don't like to do this. I don't do that. There are things you do like to do. For example, a lot of people want to be a good spouse, right? I strive to be a good spouse. I want to be a good husband. I want to be a good wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. I want to do what my spouse wants me to do, right? I want to be a good father. So that's one that usually resonates with a lot of people, right? It's like they want to be a good, or they are a good, right? Like that's one of the mindsets there. I'm not a gym goer. I don't like to work out. I hate working out. I can't work out, right? Like these are mindset items that if you can shift your identity and what you identify with, you can actually become those items. So you don't need to tell yourself, I can't, I'm not capable of, I don't. Like, sure, we are not going to be like the next Albert Einstein because we changed our mindset, and like he's an extremely intelligent man, and I don't expect you to go to that level of extreme. But as far as your daily habits, your daily routines, your daily mindset, the things you are capable of, you can do this mindset shift. You just need to understand what you're identifying with. I hear so many times on a daily, weekly basis, right, is I can't. Is it that you actually can't, or you're not willing, or you don't want to, right? Like, I need you just to think about, again, what you put out into the universe, how you're saying things, how you're thinking things before you go to bed. Here's another good one, right? Hey, do you want to go to the gym tomorrow? There's a level of commitment that you need to give your brain. For example, and I'm going to fucking keep saying for example, I guess, but when I'm talking to my boys and I'm like, hey, let's go for a workout in the morning. Yeah, maybe. Like, we'll see. Like, yeah, I'll see how I am when I wake up. You're not mentally committing to yourself before you go to bed. You're not going to, the odds are low. You're going to wake up. I am a little tired. This is a different sleep routine. Oh man, like if I go lift right now, my muscles might hurt a little bit, right? Like if you don't mentally say, I'll be there tomorrow morning, man, like count on it. Like I'm a man of my word. I will show up. I'll be there. Like boom, great. You've now mentally committed to yourself. You told yourself you're not allowed to back out. And now I'm counting on you because you promised to me that you're going to do it. So one way to hold yourself accountable is follow through with what you say you're going to do. That's one of the most important things to do. You need to follow through on anything you say. Whether you're saying to yourself you're going to do it or you're saying to other people you're going to do it, you need to follow through on what you're going to say, on what you're saying you're going to do. You lose that card, you lose that, like, again, man of my word, willing to do whatever it takes. Like, you start losing respect from others if you don't follow through. If you're that guy that always says I'm going to be at the gym and you never show up, you just start getting, you're not that, like, as a workout partner of mine, I'm not counting on you to be there. And I'm not holding anybody accountable. This isn't to call anybody out. I'm just saying that's a little thing, but obviously when it comes to major things, right, like family get-togethers or funerals or like major life things, right, if you're my friend and you're never showing up to those things I'm asking you to come to, but you say you're going to be there, again, eventually you just lose that reputation of yours starts getting tarnished. So I want you to think of what you identify with and what you need to identify with, what your current identity is. I'm not good at this, I can't do that. I'm not saying to go make math your best subject if you don't want to be good at math. But don't tell me I can't do math. Like, if you want to get good at basic math, start doing your times table again. Everybody knows what a times table is. Everybody knows that, I'm a good math guy, I'm a good numbers guy, but it's not that hard just to write your math out. Stop using your calculator and understand numbers a little bit more. You don't need to learn, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. You don't need to know these crazy things, but just like get comfortable with numbers, understand budgets, And don't rely solely on everybody else to do things, right? Your taxes at the end of the year, your accounting, your whatever. It's good to have a base level knowledge of things. So again, for example, if you want to start going to the gym, start telling yourself at night, I am going to the gym tomorrow. I am going to the gym at X time tomorrow. Say it out loud and tell somebody else. Because now and tell that person, hold me accountable, and make sure you say every nasty thing you need to me, so I actually hold myself accountable, right? So I just want you to think like that. What do you identify with? What do you want to identify with? Do a little self-reflection on you. Talk to ChatGPT for a while and just start talking to it and try to say, hey, can you help me find my identity? Like, I want to be strong, individual, passionate, like whatever those things are that you want to be known for. Hey, I want to be known for this, but I just want to have a conversation with you, and I want to understand where my weak spots are. I want to know like where I'm mentally weak and where I'm misidentifying myself, and I want to change the way I am, right? Like for the better. So that'd be a good tool for you to try and realize. But you do need to do a better level of commitment, especially when it comes to these items. And it all comes down to that mental framework. It's all a mindset thing. It's all a mindset game. So that is my first thing. What do you identify with? And let's make some positive change this year in 2026, right? You are capable of whatever you put your mind to, and that is true. You can accomplish great things if you are willing to mentally commit to them. So, identity. Number 2, wisdom. Let me pull up my note here real quick. Wisdom. My note to you is chase wisdom. I've said this several times. I've told you guys several times. I need you to chase wisdom. I need you to read more. I need you to learn more. I think I might have touched base on this the other day, but by the time you become wise, it's usually too late. And what I mean by that is usually you think of wisdom in your 70s and your 80s, right? You've learned life. You've seen it all. You've got these great, and I'm not saying at 25 or at 30 that you're going to be the most wise, right? You're going to continue to grow. But the more wisdom you can chase, the more knowledge you can chase, the more things you can understand at a younger age is going to allow you to do more with your life. You're going to be able to get further. You're going to be able to get further faster. You're going to be able to do more things that other people can't. You're going to be able to avoid situations that other people can't because they've never been in that situation. They've never read about that situation. They've never heard of that situation before. So the more you put yourself out there, the more that you learn from other people, the more that you read, the more that you can watch YouTube biographies for all I care, take in more information and chase wisdom. Don't chase dopamine on your TikTok and your Instagram, right? That's not benefiting you at all. Sure, I learned something. I got this 30-second kick. I got this. Great. Awesome. You learned a little fucking tip and trick for the kitchen, and you can flip a pan differently, and now you can use a spatula the way you're supposed to use it. Fucking awesome. That's great. I look forward to talking to you about that at the next get together. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to chase wisdom and real knowledge and real stories and real situations. And I'm not saying these tips and tricks aren't helpful. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you want to be that person that you can kind of talk about anything. I'm not saying you have to be an extrovert, but as far as like making connections goes and learning and understanding people, it's very important to just know a little bit of everything. Know and understand. So again, chase wisdom, chase knowledge. If I could have told my younger self this, if I could have been at 18, 19, 20 when I first started more motivated to do the reading that I'm doing now and to do the understanding, I would be way different at this age right now. And in the last year and a half, I've grown so much as an individual because of the devotion I've put towards knowledge and understanding life and its principles, right? And the education that I'm putting myself through, I'm really telling you, if you can learn more, if you can go and do mentorships, if you can go and learn and listen to speakers, like whatever field you're interested in, learn more and take more in and learn from people who've made mistakes, you are going to your life is going to change for the better. You're going to learn more, understand more, do more. You want to be that person at the parties that can talk, the person that can kind of understand a little bit of everything. I'm not saying you have to be a handyman. I'm not saying you have to know how to hang a picture on the wall. You have to know how to demo a house. But having a little base level knowledge on a little bit of everything makes you that much more of a valuable person and intriguing person and interesting, right? And you don't have to be the extrovert. You don't have to go and talk because you want to, but chase that wisdom. When you're older, you'll have more wisdom than others. When you're younger, you'll have more wisdom than others. You'll be able to accomplish more, again, do more. And so I'm just stressing the importance of never stop striving to learn more, understand more, read more, No matter what age you are, it's just a good habit to get in and again, find your groove, find things you're interested in, and don't force yourself to read something you don't want to. If you pick up a book and you start reading it and you're like, holy cow, I don't understand this. For example, I got a book from Sigmund Freud, The Civilization and Its Discontents or something. I am not nearly smart enough right now to read that book. I tried reading it. The fucking words don't make any sense. And it's just on my shelf for later. I'll pick it back up when I'm more wise and understanding of life. And, it's just, it's ahead of me right now. So I want you to strive to be the best version of yourself. That's what we do here at the Grizzly Life Podcast, right? The Grizzly Life mindset mentality. So chase wisdom, chase knowledge, chase to improve your life in those little aspects, and I just promise you that it will be better in the long run. You'll feel more confident in yourself, and again, that identity aspect. I am a reader. I am a learner. I'm willing to learn. Learning is one of the biggest things. Learning, right? Coachable, being willing to understand and listen. I'm a listener. I'm a good listener. I'm a reader. I'm a learner. You put that mindset, and then when you come across these situations, you've already told your subconscious, I can read. Yeah, I can learn. I can understand that, right? That's what starts happening. That switch flips, and you can now just, again, that the subconscious is going to play a big effect in those. So that's all I've got for you today. Short podcast. Again, we're at like 17 minutes. Probably have to cut some stuff out of here. I really appreciate you guys. Please come down and stop at the bar and restaurant here in Berlin. Grizzy's. We haven't really settled on what we're going to call it. Grizzy's Dockside and Tavern, Grizzy's Diner and Tavern, Grizzy's Pub, whatever. I don't know. But it's Grizzy's. Come down to Grizzy's. Come enjoy the place. Give us some honest feedback. Again, share these episodes with people so they can get some wisdom. Hopefully you guys got something today. Identity and wisdom. I appreciate you guys. And see you on the next one. Thank you much.